For Monterey County Supervisor. Today's topic that I want to raise as a live video here on Facebook is connectivity. Some of you may have seen the heart-wrenching national news that showed youth in our county at a Taco Bell trying to get connection to the internet. With so many children and so many families at home dependent on their education, I can firmly say that districts have gone the length to provide tablets, to provide laptops. It's up to that connectivity to make education and really raising children in this time of being at home really possible. Today I spent some time with the new superintendent of the Salinas City Elementary School District. Her name is Dr. Rebecca Andrade. We talked at length about the connectivity problem and how we've responded, certainly to that story with the children at Taco Bell. Supervisor Luis Alejo, along with members of the city government, and educational leaders have already begun working on how can we usher this in. I want to work harder and farther in this topic. There's a couple of things that I want to raise that are important. Obviously, as a council member for the Salinas City government, I'm going to work with Supervisor Alejo. It's up to the internet service providers to make the investments and get those speeds up. But we also need to incentivize solutions via our state government. You see, when it comes to internet service, it is regulated at the state level. There are not only purse strings, but there's regulatory oversight that really need to be pressed on. I've worked with Senator Ana Caballero to flag this issue, and of course, this has been an issue that she's had on her plate for at least 2 years that I'm aware of. As a county supervisor, making sure that our children have the connectivity that they need is one of my highest priorities. It's in my campaign material, and it's an important solution through the internet service providers to invest immediately, given that this connectivity is hampering up to 15% of our children. It's a divide. It's a divide that we haven't seen in education in decades, and it must be addressed. I also have to say that this surfaced a lot of other discussion with Dr. Andrade. We talked about how all too often the county, in its required role by statute to provide social services, mental health, services in the form of homelessness, is often disconnected from our schools. There needs to be a stronger connection there. And as a supervisor, I will forge working groups that not only include education and county resources, but also parents and business as well. You see, Dr. Andrade was so surprised in her new role, coming from out of the area, that there wasn't a stronger investment in agricultural technology or hospitality. You see, children prepared well today mean that they will succeed in their careers tomorrow. I've always been a big fan of career and technical education. I've always been a big fan of workforce readiness and development. You see, I have been in small business for nearly a decade and a half now, and I've mentored so many young people coming out of high school in customer service, equipment, material, and boy, has it made a difference. As a supervisor, I'm going to invest in our young people, and you can bet the farm that I'm going to make sure that the type of connectivity issues we're seeing now are not only addressed in my role as a council member, but are addressed in my role as an advocate and a member of the County Board of Supervisors. I hope this was a helpful video, and I would love your feedback. I hope you can remember to support me via Facebook, via my website, and other channels. McShane for County Supervisor. Thanks.